It's first person. Huh. You can beat me or you can beat me to the 19th hole. The 19th hole. You can beat me or you can beat me to the 19th hole. The 19th hole. I'm at the 19th hole, fellowshipping with a few folks. My game was on, so I won by a few strokes. Cognac and a few totes. We gon' talk about our views and let the news post. Whether a hole in one or a triple bogey. Sit down at the round table, get to know me. Black excellence, living holy. Golf carts get driven slowly while we picking stogies. We at the clubhouse for another episode. The shoes I wear when I play, they are retros. I got reach out in Pebble Beach. Fine cigars and some leather seats, and you can let us be. You can meet me at the 19th hole, or you can beat me there. Long as you know you gon' see me there. Golf podcast for us. You can zoom in. You know where we'll be. Won't you tune in? Meet me, you can beat me to the.
Hola.
How goes it?
How are you? It's good to finally meet you.
Likewise.
So look here, man. We're back to another episode of the 19th hole. I'm your host, Warren Hardy. As always, my sidekick, my partner in crime, got the golfer bro himself, Mr. Jay Reed. Today we got a special guest, young lady out of Austin. Is that correct?
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. I hear it.
I'm not a Longhorn fan, but I have to throw it up.
Okay.
We can do that. I
We
agree.
can do that. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Lea Crenshaw, like I said, I'm in Austin, Texas, but I was born in Houston. I lived in a small town outside of Houston, which was Hempstead, and I went to the Art Institute of Houston. So you guys are where I really want to be, but Austin I do. Yeah, I played golf in high school, so I can't get around it. I actually married into a family of golf, so it's meant to be, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it is meant to be. Man, so let's, I've heard a lot about you through Reed. I've started to follow you. You know how they say you could basically learn a person through their social media. Only so much. Well, thanks for having you on the show. Like I say, I talked to Reed. He said you reached out. You love the gear, love the clothes.
Oh, yeah.
I know, she's repping it. Look at that.
Oh, she's
cute.
Well,
Oh, she's
listen,
so cute.
I am hired for this tan right here. I am working for this tan.
So let me tell you something real quick before he gets started. This guy he's a member here at our Cigar Lounge, International House of Stogies. How y'all doing? So he's a Caucasian fellow, this white guy. He's like, man, can you make the skin on your golf bro a little bit lighter? I said, I could, but then that would just be Ralph Lauren, right? So I said, no. But I did it for him anyway, because I'm a nice guy like that. So I can lighten her up.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have light.
Yeah, not for you though, only for my friends.
I'm trying to rep for the light skin brothers,
Yeah.
Fair skin, we struggle.
I'm struggling, no doubt. So I see. You play golf. You love the game. I see. The pictures of you having a great time. Just tell us a little. Let's start there. Tell us a little bit about what got you into the game. Let's just go there.
So, as a kid, golf was boring. It's like I don't want to watch golf. I don't want to play golf, and honestly, you can't afford golf. But in high school, I was like, I need to play a sport, and my parents were like, pick something that's not going to take too much of your time because they want to be focused on the studies. And so it was like small time Hempstead, you only have two options, maybe three. And so thankfully at that time, golf was an option. And so I jumped in at first. My dad got me my first set of clubs from Walmart because that was the only place we had a choice to buy them. I think it was a Wilson set, a boy set, because again, back then in small towns, you just don't have the option. So it was a blue bag, boy set of golf clubs, go to the range, and the coach was like, just swing and hit. Man, I must have swung my lungs out because I was trying to, hit as far as I could. And I hit it far, but it went left and right. And each day he would tell me to do something different. The very first thing I remember him saying, Coach Woolridge, was keep your head down. I was like, well, I'm going to see my ball. He said, just keep your head down. Kept my head down, and then it was like, now you're focusing too much on the ball. He was like, next day, make sure your chin touches this shoulder, and then follow through, this chin touches this shoulder. I was like, keep your head down, chin, shoulder, and each day he would build on that. And so I was able to find my little placards. This one is most valuable player.
She pulled out the award.
Oh no, we want to give us a close up of that. We need to read that. I want to make sure your name's on there now. Yeah, there it is.
No, don't even make that. Too much information.
Yeah. Wow, that's
And then
cool.
the senior athletic award. Basically, I wanted to get really good at this sport
She pulled out
so
the
that I
awards.
could, show off.
Yeah,
Basically.
that's good.
So that's what got me into it. I
So-
just had to pick the sport in high school and stay with it.
I'm gonna go back to something. You said the Walmart in Hempstead. We talking about the Hempstead off of Old 290?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
The
both of
only
us,
Walmart.
we both graduated from Prairie
Yeah.
View A&M, so we know about this.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
There's so much privy view in there. Y'all kind of took over. It's college night. at
Right.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Man, Walmart saved lives.
Wow.
They did.
Wow.
So groceries and save lives.
Walmart and Dairy Queen, that's all I had.
But we had the McDonald's too.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not here for the college
Right,
days.
yeah.
So, so you're playing golf, you're having fun with it. So what's in the bag now? Because I know you done upgraded from those Wilsons.
Oh man, I never pay full price. I always go from one new set to the next. So now I am at, this is probably my fourth set, and now I'm at King's, King GLE in Rhapsody. Yeah, and I love King. They're just really pricey, so I can't afford them brand new. And then I gifted myself last year a new putter. I played in the league every Wednesday, and I kept it at 2 putts. And I was like, you know what? My $50 putter is doing a great job. I can only imagine what I can do with a nicer putter. So I gifted myself a Scotty Cameron. So
Oh, there it is.
that's where I'm at.
There it is. Wow. You did right. A lot of people spend a lot of money on everything, but the club that they probably use the most. So,
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you on
Driver and putter.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Get off the tee and 2 putt. I mean, you can make a couple of mistakes in the fairway.
absolutely, yeah. Now, I've seen her swing on Instagram, man. She has a nice swing.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're ready to play with her. We bogey guys. Every now and then we'll get a par. We might get a birdie and whatnot, but, I mean, we really,
Yeah, I
we some
play
weekend
bogey
warriors,
cars.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on the course too. I mean, you could par your favorite course and then go visit somewhere and you're doubling,
Oh.
tripling.
She's experienced. She's experienced.
So what are you scoring? Let's get down to it.
So I only play 9 every Wednesday, and last week I shot a 40. So my handicap right now is about 11.
I'll take it.
Yeah. That 40's good. I'm jealous. I'm like, I played 9 yesterday and I shot a 42. I need to get me a
Yeah.
Scotty because I had too many 3 putts. I need to upgrade.
Yeah. And in Texas, the weather is iffy. You could go to a course today and the greens be spot on.
True.
The next day they be flooded and slow. And
Oh,
it's just
man.
like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
you don't have that California weather.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's so hot and humid right now.
Yeah, you talk about the ground. I was talking to a guy, matter of fact, yesterday, and he was saying the difference just between playing in North Houston versus South Houston. He said the soil. He was like, man, it's down south, meaning South Houston. It's difficult for me to get my wedge under the ball because the soil is so hard.
It is hard.
And I was
Yeah.
like, man,
Yeah.
you know what? 'Cause I named a couple courses. I'm like, you're right about that.
Oh, yeah.
I have to really dig that wedge to get that shot up. And he started naming some courses on the north side of Houston. He was like, oh yeah, man, when I'm playing the Woodlands, I don't have that problem.
Oh, of
When I'm
course.
playing
Right.
Cypresswood or Kingwood or Tour 18, he's like the
Yeah.
soil and the grass is
Yeah.
just so different.
Wow.
When I came down south, I was like, man, this is terrible. And
It
then
is.
he got me relapsing
Yeah.
because I moved from the north side to
Right.
the south
Yeah.
side.
Sienna's pretty bad.
Like, no, Houston is an hour away from Houston.
Yes, it
Houston
is.
is an hour away.
Yes, it is.
I know you say you're kind of limited on time, but there's definitely one other thing I wanted to pick your brain about. Before we go there, we always give a look to the cigars that we're smoking. So I'm
yeah.
gonna give my man a read.
So I don't know if you've ever smoked a cigar or not. So maybe one day we'll be able to sit down and explain to you what a cigar is and why most people, majority of people smoke cigars. They bother with it. But just for the people out there that do smoke cigars, we smoke Aroma Craft. It's Baca, and Baca has this Cameroon wrapper, but it's they won't tell us what's in the blend and what the filler is and what the binder is. They say it's proprietary, so we just don't sit back and enjoy it. I mean, it's good.
Really?
It really is a good cigar. To me, it really goes well with coffee, man. It's got some like some chocolate notes in it. Some of those coffee notes. So I'm really picking up something good here. I'm enjoying it.
I remember you put me on this one when we played golf in San Antonio.
Yeah, we played golf in San Antonio. We played.
Yeah, y'all went right past me.
I know. So our next trip, we need to do a trip to Austin so we can play and we can play with you and some of your friends and your hubby or whatnot. So that would be cool.
Yeah.
But
So y'all have to be a morning cigar.
oh yeah, absolutely. Because the cigars are like other things that people smoke to maybe change their emotions or to get them high or whatnot. Cigar is really something that's a celebratory thing. So for me to smoke one in the morning, I'm giving thanks, saying, "Hey, I'm glad that I'm here to have another day. I want to celebrate in this moment, and before I get my day started, it's just something special to do. Like some people might meditate, or play yoga, maybe yoga, or some people, I also read the Word of God and have their faith when they do this and that. But part of my morning ritual is smoking a cigar, so I really enjoy it.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, but before I know you have like other passions besides golf because you have another Instagram that to me is just amazing. To me, I'm already amazed.
That's where I was going.
At your love for golf, but I want you to tell us about this other passion before you have to go.
Yeah, I'm always broke. I'm either playing golf or throwing money into my love of classic cars. So this is my third one. As a kid, I had a 70 Mustang my dad helped me with. Then I had a 64 and a half about 4 years ago. I sold that. And now I have a 66 Mustang Fastback that is over at Gus's Garage. Great guy. He's helping me build basically, it's the shell of the car. I took everything out. We're putting all brand new stuff back in. So we're hoping for between a 400, 500 horsepower. I'm thinking a drag strip car. And then we also have Circle of the Americas, so I can take it out on the track there. But fast cars and all of that is great. And when I want to relax, I just go on the course, beers, alcohol, and
Oh, that's right. I don't know if you noticed, man. She's a bourbon connoisseur. This lady here knows her bourbon, man.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I love me some dark liquor and dark men, which is my favorite.
You know me a high five for me. You know me a high five.
So,
man.
so before you go, I gotta ask this question, right? So, love for golf, love for cars, love for bourbon. All three, which outside looking in, are kind of male dominated, right?
Yeah.
So, talk about just your experience being a woman navigating this realm, because like you say,
Yeah.
golf is typically a guy's sport, but
It is.
But again, I mean, not knocking LPGA, women, and all that kind of stuff. But you're a woman and you're doing great things within this realm of all three.
Yeah.
Of all three. So just go ahead and talk about that for a little bit.
Well, I'm a tomboy. I grew up hanging around guys. So if I want to do something and I see that it's well dominated, I just squeeze myself into that group. It doesn't bother me at all that I'm the only female. My husband is a huge supporter. Me and him always play golf together, so I always have that support. He lets me do my thing in the car world. He's actually stepping in and helping me trademark interesting. He's going to help me do the legal part of it. He doesn't want me to race it, so we're going to be in the middle on that one. And then as far as bourbon, we just, a drink with someone you love, it's easy. And so I'm always approached by other guys asking me questions, and that's my opportunity to go into some knowledge. Like, hey, as a female, this is how it is. What's your input? Can I get your help? And for the guys like you, Warren, and Jay, to help me out in the golf industry, I really appreciate that. And so that, to me, this podcast is a homage to women who are afraid to ask for help, because if it's male dominated, find you a couple of men who can help you move farther within that craft, and then, pay it forward, help the ladies find you.
Wow.
That's for sure. Before you go, I gotta ask, do you still own all 3 cars, or you?
No, that's another thing my husband is, he's like, if you bring one yourself.
No doubt.
We're gonna let you go because he's only like a few seconds left. But we're gonna do a part 2.
Ask me questions.
Yeah.
Leah, once again, I'm Warren. This is Jay Reed. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you guys.
Hit them straight, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
I enjoy coming to Gus's. He lets me pop a squat and look at different cars. But the only car I care about is this one, this one right here. That's my baby. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. If you have any suggestions, make sure you send them my way with some money. And I appreciate you.
Strokes, cognac and a few totes. We gon' talk about our views and let the news post. Whether a hole in one or a triple bogey. Sit down at the round table, get to know me. Black excellence, living holy. Golf carts get driven slowly while we picking stogies. We at the clubhouse for another episode. The shoes I wear when I play, they are retros. I got reach out in Pebble Beach. Fine cigars and some leather seats, and you can let us be. You can meet me at the 19th hole, or you can beat me there. Long as you know you gon' see me there. Golf podcast for us. You can zoom in. You know where we'll be. Won't you tune in? Meet me, you can beat me to the 19th hole. The 19th hole. You can meet me, or you can beat me to the 19th.